just to give him some extra oomph when running the football in between the tackles. 5-step drop for Huntley, dumps it off on the screen, right side. It's caught by
Rush. Get into the second phase of it, and right behind him for easy 8-yard gain.
Tal Tolliver, who has had plentiful reps throughout practice and even in the stadium practice down at the University of Maryland, bringing up a 3rd down and short. Back to Tal Tolliver on the ground, then he pushes his way forward for 1st down yardage inside the 30-yard line. Kobe Lane to that side of the formation. One receiver right is Tez Walker. Huntley pressured off the right side, gets away from the pressure, but tripped up from behind. It's Jeremiah Trotter Jr., 3rd-year linebacker out of Clemson as well, tripping up Huntley. 8-yard line. 6 plays already on this drive, over 3 minutes, and 2-for-2 start for 35 yards passing. Man in motion from right to left. It's Huntley in the shotgun. Steps back, swarmed behind the line of scrimmage. Can't go anywhere. It's a sack for Philadelphia, their first of the day. It was Byron Young and Ty Robinson in on the stop.
Trust his guards and center to make sure that he can get protected so he can make that 3-step drop and get rid of the football.
The offense. Huntley with 2 receivers left. Tailback in the backfield. High snap. Huntley over the middle. Got it to Tez Walker. But before he could go anywhere, it was Jihad Campbell
with running a crossing route. They're playing a zone, so he sits in that second window. Easy throw and catch.
Thanks to the early from 49 yards out. Kicking toward the Russell Street end zone. New system across the board for this kicking unit. Plenty of distance from Tyler Luke. And it is off and to the right.
And he's a lefty. I mean, a lefty human being. And I'm excited to see what he does as a head coach.
Of course, this is his debut. Not the debut for Andy Dalton as the Eagles take over at the 39-yard line. Play action, bootleg to the left, complete out wide to Hollywood Brown, former Raven, and he's tackled at the 44-yard line after a gain of 3 or 4 on the play.
Yeah, Tampa did a great job of coming up.
Keep one between the Eagles and the Ravens. No score after the opening drive. It was a 3-and-out for Philadelphia. Missed field goal from 49 yards out by Tyler Loop for the Baltimore Ravens. Play action, it's Dalton again. Rolling right, throws it low, tipped up in the air and intercepted. It's Adisa Isaac down the left sideline and he's into the end zone. No flags, no whistles, and Baltimore with a defensive touchdown is on the board first.
Play. Dalton makes the throw right off the fingertips. I couldn't see if it hit the ground. I don't think it did. And Isaac just makes the catch and go up that left sideline for the touchdown.
This will be the better look if it hits the ground.
Oh, it hit the ground.
It does.
It did hit the ground.
It'll be a quick review. And you can fix things on the back end. So instead of the 43-yard pick 6 for Adisa Isaac, it is indeed 3rd down and 7 after the incomplete pass.
I mean, a great play. Got pressure coming from the right side. Everything was asked.
See if Baltimore shows pressure here. They are at the line of scrimmage. Bigsby is the tailback to the right of Dalton in the shotgun. 3rd down. Dalton over the middle. Nobody home. Multiple purple jerseys close there, as even obviously with Andy Dalton. And so far through 2 drives, Jesse Minter's defense has done their job. Ajante Wester inside the 10. Waves for a fair catch. He may have had some room to work. Eagles in the Ravens week 1 of the preseason in 2026. Alongside Rod Woodson with Evan Washburn down on the sideline, I'm Kyle Yeomans. So the Ravens take over from their own 10-yard line after a fair catch from wide receiver LaJohntay Wester. It's Adam Randall on the carry, bounces outside to the right, tries to turn upfield close to the sideline, and maybe picks up a pair.
Yeah,
of course, that in transition, a lot of times you might see that vice versa. Had over 800 yards in his 1 season as the starter with the Clemson Tigers. Huntley rolling out right, has Hibner in the flat right side. It's caught as Matthew Hibner turns upfield, gets close to the marker, and it is not a 1st down, just short.
Yeah, that's a nice bootleg. Hibner comes in. Oh, his foot just stepped out of bounds a little bit short. but he still made the play going forward. They gave him the first down.
Yeah, I think they looked at it again, and they actually changed, and it does give enough to move the chains. 1st and 10, Baltimore from their own 20. Play action from Huntley. Lines up, has Jacoby Lane over the middle at the 35-yard line. Turns upfield for an first Ravens reception.
Yeah, Jacoby Lane just runs a deep over route. And you would like to see that ball probably thrown just a little bit earlier to give Jacoby his job week in and week out throughout training camp and his first catch in the preseason.
And off to Randall on 1st down and 10. He plunges straight into the line of scrimmage and picks up 3. And if you can do that with Randall too, you have that combination of the big playability outside. We've seen it from Jacoby Lane. We've seen it from Matthew Hibner.
Jackson. So it's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds, but it's been outstanding to watch so far in his young preseason.
5 for 5 so far for Tyler Huntley. Pressure right side, he'll take off, passes the line of scrimmage, and then goes down shortly thereafter. Picked up about 2. Looks like there may be a penalty marker down. Sure is, and it's in between the 40 and the 35. Indications is on the offensive side of the ball. Looks like it might have been.
What Vega did. Vega came back and cleared out the interior defensive lineman trying to get to Huntley.
Back out of the shotgun again. It's Huntley with Randall. Pump fakes, throws to Wester right side. It was back behind LeJontay Wester. Tried to break back to the football and could not hold on. Just got a hand on it to tip it in the air, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Wester doesn't get too many of those opportunities, so it's going to be
praised by Anthony Levine, the special teams coordinator, but they want to see that explosiveness transfer to the offensive side in a rotational role at wide receiver. 3rd down and long for Tyler Huntley. Line to gains the 48. It's complete to Josh Cuevas, his first reception, but immediately met by Jahad Campbell, and it brings up 4th down.
I mean, he's a massive human being, but he has that. He can put his foot in the ground and not allow the defensive lineman, 71 looking at, to push him back. And I was trying to get to Huntley.
First time we'll see Ryan Eckley, the rookie out of Michigan State, in the punting unit for Baltimore. It's Britton Covey back to receive, and this one goes out of bounds on the left side. NFL after establishing himself as one of the best edge rushers in football. Carry there from Tank Bigsby goes upfield for about 2 yards.
But their partnership throughout the week leading up to game day is going to be critical for this defense.
Back to Bigsby. And the handoff from Dalton. Once again, nowhere really for Bigsby to escape. A pickup of 1.5 yards, bringing up 3rd defensive coordinator, but not calling plays with Jesse Minter at the helm here in 2026. 3rd down and what is officially 5 from the 36-yard line. Dalton looks left, put it on the money, but turning around just a tad late. Tarleton State. Snap is away, so is the punt. Spiraling kick to LeJontay Wester back at the 15-yard line. He'll return this one, evades the first man, breaks back toward the hash bar. It's to the 20, and he's stacked up by multiple Eagles and pushed backwards. Forward progress. Elijah Tolliver, new quarterback. So Fignano, completes it to the right-hand side. He's looked confident through training camp so far. 13-yard gain on his first pass attempt to Hibner. Now it's Tolliver, right side.
Game plan. They just want to see the players play fast, execute the game plan, so they can evaluate the players on the simplest, littlest things that happen in football consistently.
High snap to Fignano, right side. It's Tez Walker, completion, pushed out of bounds. Second quarter, no score between the Eagles and Ravens. 3rd down and short, passing situation for Joe Fignano. Just a couple weeks ago, very young rookie with a high ceiling in the Ravens organization. Back to the ground with another rookie, Adam Randall. He's been active so far.
It's a simple little route. But he just catches. He does everything. He does the ABCs of
catching. I like the teaching point there from Rod. Fignano with time to throw, looking right side. Hibner was downfield, got in a bit of a battle with the division last year. Over 3,400 passing yards. 3rd down and 6. Throw over the middle into danger. It was LeJante Wester. Covey back at the 6-yard line for Philadelphia to reel this in. It's a wobbling end over end kick. Fair catch made right at the 10-yard line. And Philadelphia will have their first chance.
Football, just football. He wants to have fun out there. He's always smiling. He's always having a good time. And when you can enjoy what you're doing, you can play really good football.
Tanner McKee in at quarterback for Philadelphia.
Being the play caller.
Couple of stops already for this Ravens defense. Chest high snap for McKee. Looks left. Tries to find Calcaterra, off his hand.
Just breaking on the ball, getting your hands on the tight end.
So in the second quarter, 1st and 10 after a nice return by LeJante Wester, have the Ravens in plus territory. Handoff, Adam Randall spins upfield on the left hash mark, gets to the 40-yard line. 7.
What I'm still amazed at, he was a receiver. For so many to play in the National Football League at that position is tremendous.
And it was phenomenal value in the 5th round. Day 3 of the draft. Fignano winds up right side to the hash marks. Goes Tez Walker. Diving.
Concentration on Tez Walker. When you throw that dig route, which is a deep in cut for the receiver, outside receiver, you want that quarterback to throw it on that first hash so he doesn't give the safety.
Under center is Fignano. Handoff. Randall left side off of the guard. And forward progress has him stopped at the 18. Champion back in 2024. 2 receivers to the left. Fignano out of the shotgun. Tez Walker to the right with the tight end to that side too. They throw it that way. It's Hibner. Hibner with the grab at the 15-yard line.
Ball with his hands. Coming across going to the flat, a little arrow route. Just catching it with his hands and moving up the field. Every ball that touched his hand so far, he has caught.
On 2 for 5 here in this opening half. High snap, Fignano with time over the middle. It's Jacoby Lane, caught at the 2, dives for the end zone, and he's in. Here to downtown Baltimore.
I know the coaches on the offensive side for the Ravens are overly excited for Jacoby Lane's potential.
Season, but this guy is all excitement. Jacoby Lane into the end zone first at 7-0 Ravens with 9:20
play on special teams.
1st down and 10 for Philadelphia from their own 23-yard line. Under center is Tanner McKee. Turns, gives, upfield. Good run on 1st down, but we've got to go down to the sideline as Evan.
A lot of accountability. You know, we just having fun. Just having fun.
What have you appreciated about the new vision that Jesse's brought to this team?
How dialed in he is. Just not him, but all the coaches. You know,
Got his skill set.
Man, I don't know, his aggressiveness to go get the ball. You know, he's attacking the ball. He's not really letting the ball just come to him. He's attacking it. Big hands, you know, tough receiver. Tough receiver, that's what we need. We need that.
Have you had a guy like that before that's had sideline tonight, but this week you guys hit some joints with the Vikings? How critical is that period in terms of development for you in the offense?
Just getting the feel for the game because
Awesome stuff, as always, from Lamar and Evan down on the sideline. That is a bond unlike any others. Will Shipley has been busy on this drive for our audio-only listeners. Shipley with a couple of 8-yard runs. He actually had a 4-yard full possessions for Philadelphia against Jesse Minter's defense tonight. That's the type of stuff that the head coach is looking for in his debut.
Yeah, absolutely. He wants to see his defense keep playing fast.
And it's back to Shipley. A penalty marker flies from the back judge.
I was going to do, if you get Jacoby Lane to come in with Mark Andrews, they got a lot of weapons on that offense.
Completion outside the numbers to Covey. Gets past midfield.
11 siblings, so we know that he's tough.
That was an incredible conversation as McKee over the middle got hit as he threw it.
Yeah, Zion is coming off that left edge, getting close. The quarterback can feel that pressure, getting rid of the football.
11 siblings. He said not a ton of them played sports, but they're all excited for this opportunity. And they said little bro made it to the NFL. That was a special moment for him back in April as this punt football.
And I think he's going to bring a different dynamic to that edge rushing unit room in with these Ravens for the next several years.
Fignano back at quarterback. It's McMillan in the backfield. This one a wobbly pass over the middle. Finds Xavier Guillory for first down yardage. Fignano He's been dealing ever since taking over to Arizona State in his second year with the squad. Under center now for Fignano. Elijah Surratt in motion from left to right. They go to McMillan out of the backfield, and he maneuvers to the right, cuts up to the 29-yard line. Picks plenty of production in his final year at Eastern Michigan. They go to him again. Second down with some running room right side. Got to the first down marker past the 38-yard line. Took a hit from a secondary.
Yeah, the outside or inside zone run. And you're going to, I would believe that they're going to tell him just to get vertical. Go downhill, get vertical, quit shimmying, but just go hit the hole.
4 touchdowns on the ground last year, but he also had 375 receiving yards with 3 receiving scores a year ago. He's subbed out for Tau Tolliver, and there's motion up front. Baltimore will move back.
Ball start offense number 72.
Own 32-yard line going from left to right. 2 receivers stacked to the left side. Play action from Fignano. Looks that way. Tosses. Open man. Sliding back to the football to make the grab is Elijah Surratt. His first.
Because it was a nice route that he ran. He came inside, acted like he was going to run that dig route, and he brings it back outside, and he has to grab a little cloth to try to slow him to that one, because I'm a Boilermaker. But yes, they won the national championship. The Big Ten has done it how many years in a row?
3 years in a row. How about that? Always something to hold on to there, Rod. Tau Tolliver gets past the 40.
Free football, go out and have fun, and let the chips fall where they may.
Play action to Randall. Bootleg from Fignano right side. There's Surratt again. Past the mark. Native. First down and 10. Baltimore from the Eagles' 38-yard line. Looking right. Another open receiver on a curl back to the football. This time, of course, he made a tremendous impact on a national championship team. They thought he was pro-ready. We'll look that direction again. This time it's Xavier Guillory who did time tonight. They scored on their first trip. Fignano under Ringo, who was called for from the 5-yard line, turns up at the 30, and he's shoestring tackled by Philadelphia at the 27-yard line.
Catch it. So he has to continue to do that and get rid of that last play or last pass play that he had in the end zone.
It's Adam Randall.
But he has so much experience around him, and Joe Lombardi and Marcus Brady. There's so many different coaches that can help him out in the meantime, but I think he has great vision. When we talked to him in the meeting a couple days ago.
Hibner over the middle of the field for a first down. First and 10 from the 40. Turn, give, it's Randall spinning off a tackle, and he picked up 5. That is the big guy running through arm tackle.
He doesn't sound young. He sounds like an old soul, and he's been coaching for quite a while, but
there's a completion to Wade for first down yardage. Ravens back in Eagles territory. Handoff here. It's McMillan past the first down marker. A gain of an 11.
A little outside or inside zone run. McMillan just sees the hole and he gets vertical.
In his mind, I'm going to speak more on that after this first down and 10 from the Eagles 38. Play action from Fignano. Winds up, throw over the middle. It's to Wade, but it's incomplete. That's Wade on.
And I believe it did hit Wade's hand. And I'm talking about the Baltimore Ravens receiver, Wade.
Call plays through entire scenarios as time would go on. Completion out left to Surratt, who breaks through a tackle, picks up extra yardage and first down.
Surratt always open, Waffle House, gets to the outside, does a tremendous job of getting all the yardage he could get. I'm going to do this on the right hash. If it's in the middle of the field, I'm going to do this. If it's on the left hash, I'm going to do this. So the moment is not too big for him today. And that's a bunch of different things. I don't know. I like to see his plays.
Exactly. Though. I asked. He said he didn't have them as this one's overthrown from Fignano to Surratt. But that's been a conversation in its own right. That connection between Lamar and Declan. Third down and 9. Fignano pressured off the right side. Gets the pass away. But Adam Randall is underthrown.
I thought that was a good call.
This one from 42. Good snap, good hold, and that one much better. Right down the middle for Tyler Luke. That's what we've seen from Luke.
I'd like to see what a second year is going to be. In this game.
Will Shipley is the tailback. Under center is McKee. They go to Shipley. Nowhere to go. Multiple jerseys in purple. Olajigba.
Blitzing, but he read the run really fast. He got into the backfield and made that tackle, helped make that tackle.
Yeah, it was Keon Martin that was in there first, as you mentioned. Olajigba of 3 on first down. McKee now back in the shotgun. Over the middle, it's complete, but bobbled initially, held on to. Down call. Successful 5 out of 5 times so far tonight on defense. This time 3rd and 7 from the 31. Chest tie snap to McKee. He looks to his right. Pressured. It's Martin again.
Make the quarterback see what they're doing, and that's a great thing. I mean, it's a nickel dog coming out underneath the end. Really good job getting the quarterback.
That's big calling card for Jesse Minter here. Elijah Surratt is back to receive the punt. Did not do so in college, but does slip up the right.
For you, this defense, what's his style as a coach and a play caller?
Very deliberate, very detail-oriented, and just go with the flow kind of coach. And never gets too high, never gets too low. And I've got 2 days of good work against a great team, a great organization, and take the younger guys on the road, like first time on a road trip kind of thing, and get kind of acclimated with that. But the practices, like those joint practices, to have him on our side instead of watching him across the field past few years. But there's not a lot of him type players in the world. Like, it's our tools every day and take it one day at a time. But we know we're building blocks to get to the point to where we want to compete and win a championship. So there's definitely a sense of urgency to be great now. I know that's what these fans want. I know that's
fullback for 7 yards, and then it was McMillan for the first down, and then Tolliver had to fight for it, but put up extra yardage through contact to move the chains. It's 1st and 10, Baltimore from their own 44-yard line. Another drive, though, for Fignano, where he's
done that consistently throughout his time being on the field tonight.
Scott in the formation again. It's an I formation. Back to Randall. Scott, the lead blocker. Randall bounces off of a defender and twirls down.
About everything, but just making sure that you do the little things the right way consistently.
Ravens 3 for 7 on 3rd down. They'll throw it again. Wobbly pass outside, complete to Surratt. Breaks a tackle. Surratt fumbles the football at the 35. Philadelphia hopping on top of it.
In space.
Sack made by the Ravens this season. To learn more, visit BaltimoreRavens.com/sacks for science. First play after couple. Here's a look at that sack by Martin.
Yeah, Martin just comes underneath the edge rusher. Got lost in the shuffle and made that play. Man, that's when I was a nickel. I used to love to have that type of blitz coming off the edge and try to.
Showing off a bit of that speed and no reaction time for Tanner McKee, who's back at quarterback again for Philadelphia. McKee looking right to the tight end. That one dropped, and finally a whistle. 6 on 3rd down tonight. Chance number 7 on 3rd and 10. McKee winding up right, overthrows his target. Surratt back again at the Ravens 25-yard line. It's a spiraling kick. Surratt works to his right, reels it in at the numbers. Shimmies around a defender. Pass. Maracana, iconic soccer venue down in South America, but now football gets to take center stage. As
They speak
Porky to the left side, one to the right. Quick drop underneath. That one is caught. It's Ty Pevza with 1st down yardage. Past the Ravens for Fignano. Running back is McMillan. They put Wade in motion. Dayton Wade takes the carry out of the slot position. And then you had the missed field goal in the first quarter. So 10 points possibly left on the board for Baltimore, but they have controlled this football game throughout. Another nice pass over the middle to the veteran Chris Moore. 1st down again.
Ferrano did a tremendous job of just getting the ball on that second step. Ball comes inside. Moore does a tremendous job of going down and catching it with his hands and his body.
To Baltimore, Chris Moore, who played for the Ravens from 2016 to 2020 after he was drafted in the 3rd round during the early portions of his career. Under 30 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Handoff to Tolliver, nowhere going this time. And it looks like that'll bring us to the end of the third. 3 more on to begin the fourth. Vignano still at quarterback. His debut pro level. Adam Randall on the carry. Picks up about 5, making this third down manageable. Vignano. 20 completions, 26 tries so far. Throws it again into a tight window.
And that one's got there. So it's like, look at 1, 2, 3, the third step. The ball was delivered right there as he put his right foot.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Surratt still in the game for Baltimore. Vignano evades pressure, now steps up. He'll take off and run, but he dives forward, picking up a pair. And that'll be a later conversation. Under center, Vignano turns, gives to McMillan, and he is stacked up behind the line. 3rd and 9 from the 21. Vignano, all sorts of time, looks, has the pass tipped over the middle. There is a penalty marker in the secondary.
Yeah, he's riding him all the way through the 5 yards. And he's still grabbing him, still touching him. That's
more back in the red zone. From the Eagles' 15-yard line, play action to McMillan, bootleg left. Vignano throws a strike over the middle to Guillory inside.
Right-handed quarterback is coming back to his left side. So he has to get his shoulder, watch out, he got to get his shoulders back square so he can get the football downhill. And that's a really good catch.
Hart setting up 1st down and goal from inside the 5. Under center now. Randall, the tailback, they give it to him. Pushes forward for 1, breaks a tackle, and he's into the end zone. With the Baltimore Ravens, Tyler Loop on for the PAT, and it is right down the middle, 17.
And Mr. Randall says, get off of me. I want to get into the end zone. Players don't make a lot of plays in practice, but on game day, they can continuously make plays. Those are the guys who are going to be on the active roster.
New quarterback in for Philadelphia. Play action and a roll left, out of bounds, nowhere to go. It's Cole Payton. Clock continues the run, under 11 minutes remaining in the 4th. Out of the shotgun now for Payton. Throws to the right, it's complete to the tight end, but immediately brought down.
That was a really good form tackle. I mean, that's like, oh man, that is shoulder punch, keep driving to the sideline.
On paper, Longerbeam should not win that battle, but he certainly did there. Packs a punch. 2nd down and long. Payton rush from behind. Isaac in trail. He's able to get away and throws it away on the far sideline. Just to been the case defensively. It's the secondary helping the front 7 and vice versa. See what happens here on 3rd down and 17 for the Eagles' own 15-yard line. Payton lofts it up into coverage. Tipped but incomplete. There were 2 Ravens that had on 3rd down. This one in the air, spiraling to Dayton Wade, who's at the 35-yard line, has to go to the ground to pick up the punt. Able to get back up, and he's
where he belongs inside of the defense week in, week out. But if Rowe is the guy that I know he can be, this inside linebacker room is tremendous because
action. And I think my question then becomes, how much of a playbook can you get into? Reed
That's
does
what I was
have
getting ready
a
to say.
nice throw over the middle. A flag flies in.
These guys have been playing amazing out here. Very happy to see a lot of the guys make a lot of great plays out here.
Yeah, there's some nice additions to this defense. Trey Hendrickson's probably the headliner. But what do you like about the young guys and what they've brought?
Yeah, man, I would say a group of very cerebral guys, young guys.
He mentors defense different.
Yeah, man, I think he's a very calculated guy. I enjoy playing for calculated guys. He takes risks at right moments. I think his track record speaks for us when it actually means something. Obviously, this means something as well, but when it gets real. But it's been a great job with him throughout all of our training, so I'm excited for us just to keep growing.
When you've been doing this as long as you have and obviously established
your why, and whatever your why is, whether that's money, whether that's brotherhood, or whether that's the game of football in general, your family, you think about that and that'll take you to a deep place. That process, I'm very respectful of it, and I know it's going to be here before we know it, so I'm excited once it get here, but I'm just still sharpening my knife, and we're sharpening our tools until that time comes.
Enjoy sharpening them in Minnesota this week.
A sack to Austin Reed, loses 9, setting up 3rd down and 18. Reed steps up, throws a bullet inside the 30. It is caught
that is
by Surratt, the guilty party on the late hit to Reed.
Yeah, Reed delivers the football, and he takes three more steps, and then pushes him down.
Ravens back inside the red zone after the personal foul. Nice throw, too, to Elijah Surratt on that in-breaking route. 1st and 10. Handoff. Again, right-hand side. Free agent out of Eastern Michigan. His debut as well. It's been 3 years at Eastern Michigan. He's to the left of Reed in the backfield. Reed flushed out left. Pep fakes. Now he'll take off and run. Reed into the end zone. Into the end zone. PAT up and through. Reed.
Austin Reed goes to that front pylon. He is running his heart out. And then, you know, one thing he did? He kept the football.
For the sack in the middle of this second half. Cole Payton back at quarterback for Philadelphia as they take over following a strong return from
He takes up the whole screen.
It is even better once you finally get to see it in person. My first year in the booth, I've gotten to love watching Derrick Henry do his thing up close and personal the last couple of weeks. Is second down and long. Payton pressured, gets it away, throw over the middle, complete to the tight end. And E.J. Jenkins, said and done.
Well, it depends on how many more years. But he's moving in the right direction. He's trending. I mean, the guy
in motion is Wade. That one tipped and nearly intercepted over the 2 years left on his contract here in Baltimore. And certainly that doesn't mean that's the end of his story. Payton, Swarm does get away, tucks in the football, has first down yardage. And just the second time that the Eagles have been in Ravens territory throughout the night, as this one falls incomplete on 1st and 10. Philadelphia has been in Ravens territory tonight. And then it's on the read. Payton does have the first down. He's down to the 10-yard line. Walters interception. 1st and 10 from the Ravens 20-yard line. Right side completion inside the 10-yard line. Jackson is chopped down after a gain of
how they're going to play.
1st and goal. Payton pressured, has to roll out left, still looking downfield. There's a late penalty marker down. Payton, the coordinator, peering on from the sideline. Empty backfield for Cole Payton. Chest high snap. Looks right, now scans left, takes off up the middle on the right hash mark. Breaks off of one tackler and then is in.
Running the football and those open gaps.
Payton now looking right, tucks it and runs again. Bootleg, looking, end zone, has.
And I know the defense was gassed. This is their first time they went into a 2-minute situation in a game scenario. So they were tired, yes, but you're going to be tired in the National Football League. And so you're going
with the touchdown and the PAT on from Jake Elliott to make it 24-7. Passing for 14 yards.